Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Holy Fury! When we last left off, we had sent ourselves off to China, not as a eunuch, but as a kowtow, in order to get some grace and continue to curry favour with the Emperor. In the meantime, however, we are sizing up Novgorod and... Novgorod. I've been pronouncing that wrong for a long time, haven't I? So that we can press claims against them, including this girl here, which is also an interesting thought. I'm interested in betrothing her to myself, even, or to someone of my dynasty. This man, perhaps. There's a no there. Political concerns being the main reason. To know there, desires a better non-aggression pact. We may just have to abduct her. We'll find out. We do have some nomad agitation, but I've just built these two tribes here. There's nothing particularly too exciting otherwise to do. Yeah, it's all fairly straightforward. I did notice a dangerous faction a moment ago, but that's mainly because we didn't have... one person was particularly unhappy, so by buffing him a bit has really reduced his strength. It's also re-evaluated now that I've unpaused. Sucks that we couldn't actually set up that marriage. Possibly could buy a favour with him? He says no. What if I sent him a gift? That's 400 gold, though. But I suppose it would do it, wouldn't it? Then I would have another marriage set up. So who's his heir? Okay. What's the line of inheritance? So next it's Svetot Tsar. Which is you. So we're going to have to go for a bit of murdering, I think, in order to get to some kids. But that's okay. Let's walk, unless we forget the reason for our journey. Okay. Let us play the game of checkers, I believe it is. Yes. Someone did some looting. This is no good. We can invest in a technological advance in the cultural advance area. Also tempted to upgrade light infantry while we're at it. Although our military organisation is always a good call. So let's go for... I think Majesty seems like a decent pick. Get some extra monthly piety and prestige. We could even start considering to create this kingdom. So my lover has created this child who is sickly. I think we'll acknowledge the child. But we don't have much reason to legitimize her at this time. Let us save Bittens. Okay. My guards and I have been making our way through a bustling market this morning. There is an ample supply of every meat and game, and trinkets and baubles abound. Here and there we encounter soldiers along with dignitaries from other foreign courts. There is clearly no shortage of business for these traders. So I could attempt to try the local cuisine, but I think I am here to trade. You there, let's talk business. And I get myself the Tang Compendium of Medicine. Let's examine this compendium. So I am not intelligent enough to read the book. I can apparently read this book, and this book, but I can't read that book, and I haven't equipped that book. But it's a fertility and health book, which is quite nice. It almost makes it worth considering to change over to scholarship focus just to boost my learning enough so I can actually equip the book. It's a really nice book, actually. I'm quite pleased. We're getting some decent books. Some of the books are a bit more meh, but that's a pretty decent one. We can't change our focus just yet anyhow. Looks like Bittens may survive the sickly trait. So what I might do is I might take his daughter as a concubine instead. So you are declaring war. Oh, it's a revolt. Okay. We can usurp this Jarldom. But that's okay, I don't need to usurp Jarldoms. So I think a pride focus here is appropriate. It is tempting to arrange a betrothal with my cousin here. He desires a better non-aggression pact, and he is too young. So if I go for you, political concerns, which is a blocking. So I need him to have a favour, but I'm too broke for a favour. Press all claims, but I'm working on it. I'll have to wait till I come back from Kowtow anyway. My wife is pregnant. Well, this is a new wife, of course, so that would make sense. Pomerania wants to marry my sister. I'll decline. The Chief Minister opens the doors to the throne room, nodding for me to enter. After I performed a deep bow in sign of subservience, the Emperor reaches out and touches my forehead. I am honoured. So I lose 1,000 prestige, but I gain 100 grace, and I gain the maximum power of the of Kowtow, the level 3. So while I am a drunkard, I still do have the Kowtow maxed out, which is excellent. Does this punish my learning? It doesn't. That's a pretty decent Kowtow. I could immediately request an additional Chinese artifact, or I could save up some more points for later, because now that I have Kowtow, I'm going to get additional points on a monthly basis. I think that was worthwhile. The factions will probably bubble up a little bit because of my prestige hit, but that's okay. So if I buy a favour, he'll say, no, you are a threat. He knows I'm trying to kill him. No. Yeah. Premislava is actually a pretty decent girl, but I don't want to give myself stressed, so... Let's give her ambitious, I guess. I mean, she's just going to be a steward. I think you'll have to learn on your own. Yeah. He's had no children himself, and his wife is too old. I could attempt to marry with this man, but he doesn't have any kids. So, my wife needs some people around her to feel better. Seems good. I think that I'll do a county claim for Sugrov here. No, just a county conquest here. That seems appropriate. I'll just use my retinue, that should be fine. One evening at court, your mother, Vigdis, takes to voicing very aggressive criticism of your wife in front of everyone. She says your wife doesn't know her place and should be kept on a tighter leash. Your wife looks pleading you for support. Wow, Kokos, choose who you're going to have someone dislike you. Well, quiet, mother, you're out of line. Well, angry. Wife is, well, my wife. Suspected adultery. So, here is the daughter from said wife, Scholar Staker. Welcome. Alright. Who knew politics was this difficult, eh? So, we can buy a favour now. Money is welcome, my war is costing a lot. Okay. So in that case, you have a strong claim. You have a strong claim that can be inherited by a successor. So, my cousin is 7, whereas my uncle's 30. He'll just accept it, straight up. Well, I mean, I'll accept that. You're just in my court? Yeah, you are. Excellent. So we'll create a non-aggression pact, but as soon as I have a kid, I'll just, like, murder this guy anyway, so... Let's just go and bonk some heads. Also, we have a new Chancellor position. Loss of Poland, how would you like to be Chancellor? You would? Oh, nice. Alright, well, I can lose Brave. 5% chance. But, time to do an arm wrestling challenge. Many imported warriors have gathered in the lodge tonight in order to celebrate a recent hunt. I barely joined with some of my friends in festivities. When Ceslav barges in, claiming that he is twice as strong as I am, and challenging me to an arm wrestling match to prove it. You are on! I sit in front of one. We both sit one in front of the other, preparing ourselves for the game. We put our arms on the table, our third fighter holds our fist still. The crowd around us chants a disjointed countdown when cheers as we start pressing against each other. Hooah! I'm now this. The Count of Odessa did lose to, the Tormentor. Well, I could, let's attempt to cheat. And I win, because I cheated. Do I care about this man? No. What sort of weakling are you? Well, there's an enemy horde that's actually fairly sizable. Let's get some additional troops. Oh, we're there now. So we'll just head back to the fort. In fact, we won't. We'll head back to Tana. And then we'll loop up around to unite with our additional forces here. Random alliances. We can rebuild forts. I'm not too upset. They're moving out already anyway, so... all is well there. Whenever you need an accomplice in a small scheme, Empress Dalora Vigdis has proved to be an unexpected ally. Think what mutual benefits can do to unite two souls. While it was pure business at first, it turns out you have plenty of common, such as your reverence of Veles. Now you spend more time conversing than plotting. We should talk some more, my mother. Scheming mother and son plot, eh? Wow, okay. Today in the market, I watched as a poor beggar took his bowl full of coins and went straight into the tavern to buy a drink. Perhaps mankind is unlovable after all. No more charity! Get wrecked! Fair enough. Oh, we tried. So our reinforcements are on the way. We should assign some commanders. We really should assign some commanders, so let's get onto that. Show commanders only. And choose some good candidates, like you. And you. And you. We're starting to get less good candidates now, but there's some candidates now. So we can now put you here. And you here. Excellent. Commanders in place. This should be a favourable battle for us, even with their superior troop quality. They're already locked, and now our reinforcements have arrived. This should be decisive. I'm not going to do that. That was a very decisive battle. Let's construct a fort. So I'm just going to wait for this marriage to actually take place. I've got 3 years before I continue my plot to kill the man. 99% now. That was a very decisive battle. It's 100% already. So let's offer peace. We actually have to loop back in before we can continue. But now we have access to Volga, which is quite useful because they have some territory we need. All of these duchies here are required. They've got some of Vladimir, they've got some of Chernigov. We need these duchies. Everyone is dogpiling on them as well, so looks like Novgorod has the same idea as this particular duchy being contested, though. There's a peasant revolt for this area. I guess we'll find out. This particular woman's an elder. So we can now increase our military organisation. This is excellent. We can also now create this kingdom if we so choose. I think this would be a decent call. We'll create the Kingdom of Crimea. Yes. I could just to spite this guy, I could give it back to him, but I guess you've earned it. No, you're much better. Give it to you. Well done. Granted me a kingdom. Obviously this place will have nomad agitation as well, so let's get started on fixing that. We'll get a hill fort to start us off. And what else? No, we're all good. That'll help out a vassal limit a bit. So let's see what we can do about this these retinues, because I can get more of them, and I should get more of them. I have many slots. I think veteran warriors will do a good start. Just completely load up on veteran warriors. I can't afford any more veteran warriors, but I did get a huge stack of them, so good. My monthly prestige is now tanking because of the ridiculous amount of retinues I just got. Yes. And yet more can still come. We'll go for a diplomatic education then. Okay. How are you doing? So on the 21st of October, so in about 2.5 bit years, we all come of age. Seems reasonable. Now we could probably just holy war you to finish you off, but we do have an issue there. So we could do some holy wars. Could do a holy war for this region, for example. I think we should. Holy war for... Well, I think we should, but my piety's just been gutted, so... Never mind, eh? She's very dotty. But she has finished in her study. She gains the trait Fortune Builder. A capable daughter. This Cordy apparently is annoying me because they're a fat, slothful, gluttonous drunkard. Also dull for that matter. Kind of rubbish all round. But, let's just, slap her around a bit. Get her loose, slothful. Marginally improved her stats. My wife is pregnant. Looks like Premislava's already going after the area. So my sister, and who are you? No, I decline that. So I'm wondering if this will make the betrothal break. That's my concern. It should be okay. I don't see what would break. Success! King Staviok fell to the ground like a piece of rotten fruit when the balcony railing gave way. A tragic accident as far as anyone's concerned. Gravity can be a cruel mistress. This betrothal has not broken. And now you are the ruler. Apparently I'm dishonourable? Why would I be dishonourable? Ah, someone said vicious rumours on me. Well, that'd do it. Can I ask to ransom him out? Apparently not. Fair enough. Helena could do of an education. She shall be marshal. She's nice and rowdy. Okay. Let's just deal with these raiders. Hillfort still being built. So my wife would like some new clothes because she's becoming too large to fit in them. I can do that, yeah, why not? Get some prestige. We need prestige anyway because these retinues are expensive. Thank you. Speaking of expensive, could attempt to hold another festival soon. That would help with the that whole business. Could almost rank up actually. Ripped pillows, broken furniture, shattered vases. My marriage to Agrafena has devolved into an unending torment of bitter arguments and fiery rows. I would be depressed, but my lover, Viwife, suggests that we retire to the countryside for a few days of carefree romance and passion. What a splendid idea! There is almost no risk of discovery. That's good. Just decent intrigue. I recently lost a game of flighting, and this chief has approached me wanting to talk about my temper. Patience is something that comes from within, my fellow member of the Champions of Prune explains. I clenched my fist, a gesture not lost on the man. You just need some guidance, he finally says. I'm open for suggestions. What do you have in mind? I wouldn't mind having patience. I was not excited to watch others play games of drinking, and I think he could tell, yet the patience with which my acquaintance narrated the matches to me, explaining each subtle move, was eye-opening. Even seeing fighters who lost one day return to revenge the next was inspiring. Thank you, my friend, for this opportunity. We become friends, gain 10 renown, 15 prestige, and patient. I like this. I could even switch to the scholarship focus and then equip the good book. Let's do that. Because now I can read. So we can actually... Well, once we unpause, we'll be able to read. I have a son named Wit. Welcome, Wit. Let's equip this book. My lover is pregnant. Wonderful news. We might as well create an observatory while we're here. It'll boost my learning further. There we are, the party's starting to bounce back. Prospering. I like prospering. And I can rank up to become a veteran. This is good. Veteran me. Thank you. I can start considering... I could already have given myself some war training, actually. This courtier might fancy me. Let's make a move. It's good to be the Emperor. So, I can only imagine how Viber must feel, as if being unable to publicly declare our feelings for each other was not enough. She must now lie about the fruit of our love. I must visit her, and she gets the trait comforted, giving her a health bonus. Let's do of the remaining pit of nomad agitation. More children! This is good. I was a bit concerned for a while, going, oh, not enough kids. Oh, you'll struggle in life, you. Learning +1. Studying the stars. Do you like me? No, we don't need to do anything to you. So I have Sergen, who is strong. So we'll, why can't I legitimize you? I don't have enough piety to legitimize him. We wanted to switch into heritage focus there. Okay, yeah, I'll just straight up legitimize him now. There we are. Don't know why he got such rubbish religion and such. I suppose because you're the wrong religion. Can we get you to convert, please? Yes, thank you. My son, my kinsman has died, so I now play as Dolby Slaw. Let's see if there's a better option available. So Dolby Slaw's the current preference. I think it is going to be Dolby Slaw. Is Dolby Slaw who this person's... I would prefer this uncle, to be honest. Because then I could just, like, press the claim for my own kid. Let's see if that'll work. I mean, it's rubbish, but... we'll see if it'll work. Alright. Looks like that's all been assimilated into the Wendish Empire. Another horde bites the dust. Well, let's finish with the flighting, shall we? Many warriors have been gathered in the Great Hall tonight. Looks like no one likes this guy. Fair enough. Well, let's support Dolby Slaw then. So, let's choose our opponent for the flighting. So my diplomacy is 10, you're 11, 10, and a 5. Let's do an even match. So, what can we just say about you? I stand up and shout to Brandymere's name in the dining hall, catching many warriors' attention and challenge him to a flighting, not only going to decide the subject matter that will cut deeper into his skin. I could insult his prowess. I could insult his character. I think his character's okay, actually. He's not ambitious or proud. I think I'm going to go for the piety insult, because he doesn't have anything. He's lowborn. He decides to make a long series of lewd comments about me, insinuating I have barely managed to please a woman in my entire life. That's not true. I have lost my temper and lose the flyting. Well, seeing as unable to rebuke his insults, the crowd quickly sided with him, ensuring his victory. At the very last, I admit defeat. He calms me down and orders a drink for both of us, ensuring it was all done in good fun and it was not his intention to seriously offend me. If you say so. I lose 50 renown. Oof. And 100 prestige. Minus 17, yeah? Well, I'll cue this up for next time, but it is time to call the video. So, let's start the Jaleo Festival, because we do need this party to do some more holy wars. Because now we can attack Bolgar for the remaining pieces that we need of Chernigov and Vladimir. We need these pieces. So, wanted to get into that. Get stuck into them. These guys are all independent, so that's not a big deal. Obviously we need to gobble this up off Novigrad when we can, but we are working on that. This betroval's almost going off, and he should then be able to start impregnating her and producing a suitable son that we can then use the claim to press on the kingdom. That's the plan. It'll be a strong claim, which is exactly what we want. Yes. At any rate though, thank you all for watching. When we come back next time, more Crusader Kings 2.